What's up, Brandon? Brandon Buck in the house. What's up, man? What is going on, Brandon Buck? What's going on, man? On this Monday night, what's going on, man? What's up, Brandon Buck? How you doing, man? What's going on, man? Let's see what else we got in the house. Oh, man. So we can get ready to get this game started, man. You're going to like it. Yeah, you're going to like what I'm playing. But what's up, Brandon the Buck? What's up, Brandon? Man. So letting people come in here and, all right. Who else we got in here? We got 3 people in here. Only one person chatting. It's Brandon the Buck. There's Steve. Evening. What's up, Steve? How you doing, man? And so we got the Niners and the Saints. What's up, Vocals? 43. All right, let's see. We got the Saints and the Niners. But what's up, peeps? Hope we got some more people coming in here. That's good that you're doing good, man. Good. That is good that you're doing good. Let's see here. Wait for this game to start here.
Camara. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans
baseball's
Saints.
done.
2 teams trying to stake their claim to postseason
I think baseball's
football.
done, yeah.
Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
I think baseball's done.
The Saints getting set to take over, and they will be led out by the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
I think baseball's
in his
pretty
19th
much
year now in the NFL, Drew Brees.
Done. I agree.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just
Forever,
know the
I don't know
offensive
about
line
forever,
wants
but
to get him to number
it's
1
not going.
because
It's going
most of the
this
good
year.
ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could
I
be a
wouldn't say
gold
forever.
watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
From the 27, Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good
What's
for
up,
24
Zach?
yards.
What's going on, Zach? How you doing,
In
man?
his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2007.
I need to do something here. Some of the sounds ain't on, but should be on. Let's see. Put the crowd volume a little bit up. I'm doing good, Zach. Put the noise on the field up a little bit. I didn't know it was off.
Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still
I'm good,
has the
Zach. How you doing,
wheels.
man?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. Oh, refusing to go down. Breaks free again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Another good carry there for the NFL's second
haven't lost a
leading
game
rusher,
yet.
and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the
Where's
impact
everybody
he
at
has
tonight,
on his
man?
ball club.
Where's
Brees now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll be
Where's
brought
everybody
down
at
on
tonight,
the
man?
30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power,
tonight.
you gotta find
Jared
a way
and
to
Alex.
hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep
Somebody's
pace.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout.
Somebody's hurt.
Here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Yeah, probably get notifications. I'm pretty sure that that's the case. Nobody gets notified no more.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. This is caught by Ginn. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around.
Yeah, people probably didn't get notified.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second and goal from the 1.
What's up, Mile High Sports? What's up, man?
Check pass, check pass.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara is
we're winning football.
Touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Today.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game.
Might not be
Other
no
teams,
fans,
I script
but
to attack. They've
we're
been
gonna
in
have
attack
football
mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Basketball, football, then basketball.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to
That's
a
one of
knee,
the
and
two
they'll
sports I
start
really
at
care
the
about.
25. So here are the Niners now.
I don't care about any other than football
They'll be led out
and
by their
basketball.
6-year quarterback,
What's up,
Jimmy
Steelers Nation? What's
Garoppolo
going
out of
on,
Eastern
man?
Illinois.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive.
What's going on,
That's
Steelers
about
Nation
all
420?
he
What's
did,
up, man?
right?
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes,
Hope you're doing well
happy
this
as well.
Monday.
Big time
Monday
game.
night, man.
Garoppolo.
Come on. Damn. Wide open.
That's going to
Jeez.
be caught by
How
Samuel.
defense is that?
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Who was covering
It's
Samuel?
a gain of 35.
Jeez.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular.
Yeah, I'm doing
able to
good.
scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific
Just gotta
job
work
of the
cool,
offensive
man.
line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs?
Yeah,
because
Monday,
we've seen
man.
some early
Monday
success
night.
in the passing game in this one.
Not much going
and that's
on.
going to need to continue.
Hopefully baseball can get their stuff together, but I doubt it.
On second down, it's Coleman. Nothing doing. Barely
Hopefully the
able to
NBA
muster
players,
a
you know,
yard,
there's
hit
some
the
players that don't
35.
want to play.
Time for a
You know,
look at
Kyrie
our
Irving's
starters here
yapping
on
his mouth.
defense.
He don't want to play. He
Against
did
the
this
pass,
Dwight
just
Howard.
numbers that they haven't liked.
I think they're
Number
crazy.
30 in the
They gotta
league
play,
right
man.
now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because
They
they
gotta
know
play, man.
that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
Ooh, nice tackle.
On the screen, this is
Angeloni.
Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
CD, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Man, where's Anonymous? Anonymous and Brandon at, man? I'm playing Niners and they ain't here. Brandon was here when he left.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. A look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Yeah, Nightbot, grab some merchandise.
Good job, blocking Nightbot. There, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
What's going on, man? How you doing tonight, man?
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
How you doing, Crisco?
Distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure.
How you doing today on this Monday night, man?
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Monday night. How you doing, Crisco?
The numbers for Sanders last week. 6 catches, 77 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories.
What's up? What's up, Ballard?
In the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
What's going on, Ballard? How you doing, man?
On 2nd down, Garoppolo.
Jeez.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Just like the real Saints game. George Kittle, man. Can't stop him.
23 yards the pickup there.
Good defense there, Saints.
Kittle last year, what a
What's
season.
Going on, Ballard? What's going on, Crisco?
And 77 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th round.
Sometimes it's kind of hard playing the game.
I remember that game, December against Denver.
Sometimes I let people get wide open.
First half,
so I'm watching the chat.
Yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still
I'm doing good, man.
10 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single game record.
I'm doing good, man. This Monday night.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game.
Come on here and
He's
play
definitely
some
one of the better linebackers at reading a play.
I haven't been on much, man, because
it turns into something big.
Been working, so.
Got his target.
He caught that? No way.
He's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that guy Troutman's supposed to be pretty good for the Saints.
This goes for a first down.
Supposedly he's pretty good, so.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short.
How'd he catch that, man?
What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
For the Saints right now.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Offside defense.
I don't know how he caught that. Offside.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides. I
don't know how he caught that ball. I can never catch something like that.
No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Yeah, never lets me catch something like that.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Man, my defense needs to do something here. Offense didn't do shit the last drive. Oh well.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo.
Yeah, I gotta get used to playing Madden again. It's been a long time since I played Madden. It's been years since I played Madden, so I gotta get used to all the gameplays again and all the ins and outs of it.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation
What's up, Jeremy? How you doing, man?
They've been prepping for. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
What's going on, Jeremy? How you doing, man?
Minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 2 now.
I'm surprised Anonymous isn't here or Brandon the Buck, man. Ooh, just fumble, get it!
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up
there
by
you go,
Saints.
Defense.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback.
There you go, Demario Davis.
On the field, and he just gave up
defense did something for a change. Stepped up.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from chilly Philadelphia. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Legs still churning.
Like a giant
pinball. Face mask.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly
that's a
like
face
it.
mask.
Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not.
That's a bad
now
pass.
It's a lot easier.
Got
you
lucky
see
there.
it, you call it.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And their defense is actually playing pretty good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Another face mask.
Down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think
what's up, Daniel? How you doing, man?
Mask. So they'll take the
what's going on, Daniel? How you doing, man?
15 more
thank you for popping on in, man.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brees. This is complete to Michael Thomas. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year.
24th down. I hope I score more than 24. But
been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, Daniel.
MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with,
just decided to come on here for.
And it drives them crazy because
I haven't been on much, man, because of work. So
make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough.
I decided to come on here tonight.
Bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely, takes 2.
I usually do something during the day, but I've been busy with work, so I haven't been able to do anything.
Trying to pound it in, Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 22 on the season, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one: clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized.
Now the defense has to go down and do something.
And extremely confident in what they do.
What's good on the extra
Frisco
point,
has
and that pushes
they have
the
been
lead
moving the ball
up
on
to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And
they haven't moved the ball
came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
I got lucky in the last drive when he had the fumble.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Oh yeah, knock over the pylon. Yeah, I've done
That's
that before.
fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 20.
I think I've done it like once.
The San Francisco offense getting their last.
Right, it's not as easy as you think.
They take over here. And
but you think it would be.
To hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time?
Yeah, it should be 10-7.
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that
should be
close
10-7
to come
San
with
Francisco.
no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
I'm bringing the blitz.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, no, didn't get it. They didn't get it.
This guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
It's franchise. Ooh, uh-oh.
He's a big man.
Debo's hurt. It's franchise. Debo's hurt. Uh-oh. Debo Samuel's hurt. He's gone. That's going to be a big blow for him for the game.
1st and 10, and he's completed all 7
Debo's
of his
gone.
passes thus far. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter.
What's up, Anonymous? What's going on, man? There he is. There's my boy.
And move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
So how you doing, Anonymous?
They just keep trying, but so far
on this Monday night, man. How you doing tonight?
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Yeah, Brandon the Buck was here a little while ago, but
Charles, on a play like
he
that,
must be getting
how tough is it
something.
for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult.
Yeah, Brandon the Buck wasn't here, but he must be getting something to eat.
If the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins, so throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
Report surfacing that MLB player Stafford's
without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a
we got some Taco Bell
to match up to him.
Here now is 2nd and 10 again from the 41.
Yeah, these players players are going to get it. I mean, just
this one into the hands of Kittle,
the
tight end.
Unfortunately,
and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Got some Taco Bell. What you get? You get tacos. You get burritos.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Yeah, who else is streaming
on
tonight?
3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. And it's
What's a horrible pass, Garoppolo?
Incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get
that was a horrible pass. That guy was open.
Something we haven't really
seen Jimmy G
much
throwing the
of
ball
from
to
him.
there.
An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week
that was a horrible pass.
This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
That was a horrible pass by Jimmy G.
Field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards
He was
away.
open. Ooh, no good.
The right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Throwing now is Brees.
Damn,
and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver.
Good defense
but it'll
there,
be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Brees on 3rd down. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The defense playing pretty good tonight.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much
35 minutes away, damn.
It's a couple yards into the end zone.
They got one up the next second.
To pin them back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first
close
down.
Game. Wasn't for that fumble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down.
The fumbles really won this game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10.
Sonic
and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive
Sonic is pretty good. I like the half price. Jeez.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle.
What's your not gonna cover Kittle tonight?
George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
Yeah, where's Anonymous at? And the Buck.
Single score.
Yeah, y'all missing a good game, man. Brandon the Buck and Anonymous.
All week preparing for this game. A good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Short kick.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs
I mean, give him the ball.
In the center of all the action.
I haven't even put Latavius in the game yet.
They'll take the
what are they talking about?
Hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
Yeah, he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Brees. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that one will fall incomplete.
Man, their defense is playing pretty good tonight.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I got a punt again.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining.
Brandon Buckingham ain't in here.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they
go for a field goal. 59 yards. Oh.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Getting set for the next drive, the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
What's up, Anonymous?
Take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's halftime.
Well, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Man.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first,
halftime.
Let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
Man, it's been a good game, man. It's been a good game tonight.
We'll start at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Carolina. And that one nearing halftime. In fact, it's gone to halftime with the Falcons in command.
Falcons beating
2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And you can see there is the visiting Colts. Who have the lead in that one. The Colts trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All
What's
right,
up, Jared
Coach,
Williams?
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back.
What's going on, man?
Quarter number 3.
What's going on, Jared? How you doing, man?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
What's going on, Jared? How you doing, man?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start
Man,
at
it's
the
been a
25.
tough game, man.
Here comes the 49ers
I can't throw the ball tonight.
First to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when
I'm
a
having a
game
hard
is
time
within
throwing the
striking
football.
distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got...
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Yes.
So they take
Garoppolo,
over not only in
stink.
enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about,
That's his third
come
fumble.
wipe the slate
He's the
clean,
reason why they're
start the
losing.
second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we
That's his
can.
third fumble.
That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket,
There
don't
you
they?
go.
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast
catch,
of what
Kamara.
you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Brees now. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans.
Yeah, good job,
Michael Thomas, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Yeah.
Wants to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
It's turnovers. Garoppolo can't hold on the football.
Morstead out now
Garoppolo
following the
can't hold on that
touchdown to
football.
kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Coleman. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
What's up, Dan?
Down
How you
on the
doing?
scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
What's up, Dan?
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes the 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Here's Coleman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Oh, yeah! Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Murray. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Personal foul.
Face mask us again? Jeez.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Come on.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? Double waiting. 56, right there, 56.
On first down, Murray. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They go back to Murray on first down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Check 56. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
On first down, Brees. This is caught by Ginn.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They go play action here on first down, and it's caught. The tight end Hill. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, Kamara. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Yeah, it's been tons of face masks in this
The
game.
Saints on 3rd down.
I agree.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down? That's bull. He got the first down. We're going for anywhere, though.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the
Kicking
timeout
field goal there.
defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Murray. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Murray. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's get it.
How'd the receiver get hurt on a damn running play?
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
5'9". Much 56.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
Shoulder tear. That's not good. Shoulder tear. That means he's going to be out for a while. Damn.
Ready. You ready? 56. Right there. 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make
make
these
the baby
babies cry all the way back home.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New Orleans, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, I got a playoff berth. Oh, man. Got the playoff berth. Yeah, I heard that. There's a glitch. There was a glitch there. Yeah, they said the 49ers play San Francisco next week. I did hear that. I was wondering. I was wondering if I heard that right. 1 second. I'll be right back. Boom, I'm back. Yeah, the glitch, the glitch in the game there. Let's see. That's where they negotiate. 15 player to negotiate. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's go to next week. Play the Colts next week. It's the Monday night game. Let's see. Taysom Hill wants to negotiate. Let's see. All Pro. Yeah, I'm playing All Pro. I'll probably put all Madden next season. So what uniforms I want. Change my uniforms up here. Let's see. The helmet. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. '60s magic. Look at that there. Let's see. Yeah. I like that one. Man, where'd everybody go? Where'd Anonymous go? And Jared and Brandon Buck? I'll play one more game, then I'm gonna leave.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Coming up, no Andrew Luck, so we'll see Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts as they match up with the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts, and he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line, and the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees and the Saints heading out here to take over. Brees coming off another incredible season in 2018, set the all-time record for completion percentage in a single season, 74.4%. In fact, we can go ahead and just call that the Drew Brees category. He holds 4 of the top 5 best seasons percentage-wise in NFL history. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
The steal in the 2017 NFL Draft had to be running back Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee, who ended up being that year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Split time with Mark Ingram his first 2 years in the league. With Mark Ingram now in Baltimore, it's his show. And through his first 2 years, almost equal yardage, rushing and receiving. Expect his rushing numbers to take a big leap in 2019.
Brees now on first down. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to...
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Colts under second-year coach Frank Reich. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. On play action, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
Ryan Kelly's a great example of how valuable the centers have become in the NFL. A former first-round pick, he was plugged in immediately to be a starter to handle big nose tackles as well as blitzing linebackers, and also able to move and get out into the run game and get to the second and third level and deliver blocks.
That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Here I come. Here I come.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. You're soft, baby. That's
What's up, Johan? Come in. What's going on, man?
A good pickup of 6 there on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Brissett. That's going to be caught.
Jeez.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To throw, Brissett. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back.
Yeah, PS5 is coming out, but I don't think I'm getting.
But in most situations,
I know I'm not getting a PS5.
That's what counts more.
Terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Jeez, wide open.
Caught at about the 5. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to spin free. And now running right through him. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So that one will be accepted.
That's it, baby.
Automatic 1st down.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Running with Kamara. Still churning. Still on his feet. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
From the 39, Brees. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Keith Kirkwood started to work his way into the rotation midway through his rookie season. Undrafted out of Temple, had his first catch against the Cincinnati Bengals, and really came on in the late season. A couple of touchdowns in the regular season, and 1 more for good measure in the playoffs. Keith Kirkwood's future is bright.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Powers through again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Brees going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Brees again has it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Brees looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Harris to return. He can't get him down. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 5 now. Brees. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the 1st half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past over through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
What we got?
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Brissett now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Here's Brees. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he finds Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
What's up, Mosh?
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around
Going
the
on,
NFL.
man?
He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers.
How you doing
the
tonight,
last
man?
2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs
Mosh?
with
How you
Drew
doing, man?
Brees and forms a nice little
Thanks for
threat.
coming in and popping that like button.
Brees now 9 of 11 passing in this first
Shit,
half.
almost
He's
on
got
halftime.
his guys at 1st and 10. Brees now to throw. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Caught here by Griffin. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Brees now. He gets it to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Well, again, they'll throw with Brees. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Nice play.
Everybody left a little while ago.
And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while.
Yeah, I should have.
But they couldn't keep the momentum.
I don't think I had this game then. I just got Madden, so I don't think I had Madden at that time. So I just got it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading
with
back
difficulties
out there.
on
He's been good.
all
They've
pro.
utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to
Yeah, I just got mine. I don't think I had the Madden when it was when they were doing that.
The long handoff, serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Cam Newton leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Oakland. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Le'Veon Bell, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, Eli Apple can't catch.
Good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
Eli Apple can't catch.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Missed.
It will not go down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Kamara has it stripped.
Oh, he fumbled. Damn.
Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Let's go.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through.
Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
That was a good pass.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here.
Kind of easy when you have Michael Thomas how to catch the football.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Next game,
the punter doesn't
I'll have to
exist,
put this
guys.
on
He
all
doesn't
Madden.
exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to
I
go
kinda
out
mastered
and
all
create some
pro.
offense for us here.
It's getting kind of
and give
boring.
us
I'm
some
going to
points.
play all Madden.
No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
I hate when it
But
gets to the point
listen,
when you beat
some
these-
guys- there
when you
gotta be
beat the
casualties
computer
at times.
so
We're
bad.
trying to win a game.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. This offense
play
in
all
desperate
Madden.
need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Brissett now. And Pascal's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of
defense there.
midfield. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Brissett. Funches has it complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.